Today's adventure, we're going to be showing you some more tips on how to do YouTube. And today we're going to be covering brackets, how to mount them, where to put them at, and also I'm going to show you my drone that I use. So stay tuned. So today we're going to be talking about drones. And I'm also going to go into and show you a lot of the brackets, things that I use to mount to my truck, also the things that I use to mount to my motorcycle. We're going to show you some examples of those. I'm going to show you a helmet mount. I'm going to show you all kinds of neat things. But today we're going to show you the drone. We're going to start off with that today. But remember, anything that you'd like, you can go through the Amazon page that we have down below. Just hit that little arrow if you're watching on your phone, or if you're watching on your computer at home. You know, on your TV it doesn't work, but on the other two you can check it out. Hit the little arrow down there. There's all the links that I have to the Amazon page that will show you these items that we bought, so that way you make sure you get the right item. And also what we get is, we get a few cents if you buy it through us. You know, you're not using our account, you're gonna use your own account. So when you click on that, you're gonna put your password in and all that. I have no information on any of that. It's no different than you go into the regular Amazon page, but you're just using our link of the product. So we get a few cents from you for buying. So if you do that, we appreciate it and we thank you. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell, and give that thumbs up, showing that you really did like our video, and we appreciate that. That just lets us know that you really do care that we're putting videos out there. So let's get started and show you what we got today. My drone. I got a DJI Mavic Mini. They've tried to change the number on it now, which I'll put the new number down there. But when I got this drone, I never ever owned a drone in my life. Never flew one even. So this was kind of a good idea because it came out and they weren't too expensive. They were about $399 to get it. I got the case and everything else, which I think is about almost $400 or $500. I'd have to look at the price again to see what it is. But what I really like about this drone is, one, you don't need a license to fly this guy. So what's really nice about that, you know, it also came with cages to protect it if you wanted to fly it, if you never had flown. Me, I took it out and I flew it in areas like out of baseball diamonds or a football field or a big grassy area that I didn't have any trees or anything around it. So that kind of helped me learn how to work the controls and stuff. So I never put the cage on it. You know, it's really nice. It's very easy to operate. It's very light. It's got a cage that you can put on here to protect the gimbal. I don't put that on. Probably bad for me, but it doesn't, you know, I haven't caused any damage. Like I say, I always keep it in the case when I'm not flying it. It really works really nice. It's got a controller. You have to put the sticks on it each time. And your phone slides in here. Your iPhone, or we have a Galaxy, just slides in there, and that's actually your screen that you work it with. You go to the DJI, they have their own app. You go on, you turn on the drone. This works pretty good. It's got a flash card. It goes in the bottom here. It's got a removable battery. Slides in and out. I always start with a fresh battery every time I fly. Flies, they say about 15 minutes. I've never worn a battery down. Now in this case here, you actually get 3 batteries altogether with a charging pack. But the only difference with this one is, which is kind of a benefit, if you put it in here and it starts to charge, it's going to charge the very first battery first. It doesn't charge the other ones. That way, if you're out in the field, you got a USB port. If you got cars got that, or a cigarette lighter plug, you can plug in your USB. You can charge your batteries while you're out there in the field if you're going to do a lot of flying. I've never used more than 2 batteries. If you watch my videos, you can see I don't fly it a whole lot in all of our venues. I kind of figure out how I'm going to fly it. Send it up, take it down one pass, bring it back, take it down another, and usually within one of those 2 passes, I've got what I need to shoot. So what I really liked about this was it was very simple to operate. You know, there's a lot of YouTube videos out there to show you how to fly it and things like this. But I mean, this is almost like, it's easy. If I could learn how to fly this thing, you could. We've had this a year now, and we're actually considering upgrading this Christmas. We're waiting for Black Friday sales, to a larger drone. The only thing that this thing doesn't have is it has no sensors on it. The only sensor it has is for landing. So if you're flying along and you hit a tree, it's gonna hit it. If you fly along, you hit a building. We were actually at a motorcycle event, in 1st of October, there was a girl out there that was flying the exact same drone, and she ended up hitting somebody in the head with a helmet. Wasn't very nice, but I mean, she got a little too low. She might need a little more experience flying that drone. But so I take it around. I don't get real close to people. You know, there's rules you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to go over 400 feet, and da-da-da-da-da. You can look all those rules up. We're not going to go through that. Unless you guys want to, you can let me know, and we can talk about rules and things like that. If I go to a larger drone, I will have to get a license. And not saying that you have this drone and you're not, you just can't fly it anywhere. You can't fly in state parks, you can't fly around airports, there's a whole lot of different places. The app actually shows you where you can fly. I actually downloaded another app on my phone. If you're interested, let me know. I'll put that on, let you guys know what that is. That I can check before. Like we went to Vegas this weekend. Pretty much 90% of Las Vegas, you can't fly a drone. You know, you can go into the FAA and you can ask for permission, and they may let you fly 100 feet up or 200 feet up, depending on what it is. But I mean, I haven't done any of that asking for permission, so I'm kind of staying away from that. But once again, they do track you on this. You have to sign in, you put your phone number, you got to set up an account and all that stuff. So if you're out someplace you're not supposed to be and you're flying this thing, they could track you down. So just knowing that. But, you know, none of us are out here trying to fly someplace you're not supposed to be flying to. If you are looking for a beginner, starter, entry level drone, this is my #1 recommendation for you to pick up. We're going to be selling this one once I get a new one, which I don't know when I'm selling it and I don't know when, depending on our new drone. I will fly the new drone for a while before I will decide, before I sell this guy. Because it is really nice, it's very compact. You can carry this thing with a battery in it, and it's not much bigger than your phone. So it's really nice, this guy, if you've got a backpack, if you're backpacking in the mountains, things like that. So in a minute here, we're gonna show you a little bit of footage of the drone going up in the sky and flying around. Now with the drone here, does not pick up any audio at all. It's just video. You can also take photos with this guy. This one is 2.7K, so it's not a 4K or a 5K video, it's 2.7. If you watch my video, unless you got a 4K TV at home, you're probably not seeing any difference. And if you did have a 4K TV, you probably don't know the difference between 2.7 and 4K. So, or the 5K. So what do you think about those drone shots? I get a lot of comments about that. Everybody loves to see those drone shots. Did you like them too? Let us know down there in the comments what your thought was on the drone. You know, I don't put it out on every video because I don't want to wear it out. And also, a lot of places, this weekend, if you just watched the video on Monday, there was no drone shots because, once again, Las Vegas is very strict because the airport's right there. Also got the military base out there. And so there's only very few areas that you can fly it. So I didn't even bring the drone along. Just one more thing I would have had to carry around with us today. So we're going to talk today about some more on mounting. You can see all these fine contraptions I've got in front of me. We're going to show you some of the mounts. So you guys seen on last week's video on Wednesday, I showed you my camera, or my phone that I use. I've also got a mount for that I can hook it up to a tripod. So that's really handy and things like that. So that's one of the things that I just kind of got this guy. And because we also use it on that gimbal that I showed you, that I use it most of the time for that. But if I want to do like a live feed, or I just want to have the camera sitting in a certain location, you need something to hold it. And make sure it stays in place. You can put it on a tripod, just like here. It's got a little hole in the bottom. You can screw it on here, and I can use the tripod, whatever you have. This one just slides right in, and there it is. So you can use the camera on the back or the camera on the front. Okay, we're going to show you a few other things. Here we go. So first of all, depending on what camera you have, if you have the GoPro, what's nice about the GoPro, it does have some little expanders that come out of the side of the camera that you can hook things to. Hook the ball to it. Got a lot of different brackets. This one here has on the bottom has a tripod hookup on it. So pretty easy. So that will screw right onto here. So you can use it just like this. So the GoPro has its own little case that I bought, and I kind of like this case here. A couple of reasons why I bought this one. One, it's very secure. So I kind of like this case here that I bought for my GoPro. You might say, what the heck is going on here? Okay, for the GoPro, you have to have a couple of different things. If you want to use the microphone on the GoPro, that's fine. If you want to put an external microphone, you got to buy some adapters. One here is going to be our first one that I show you. It's kind of my tripod. I bought this kind of early when we started doing videos and things. It comes off really easy. You could leave this mounted on the bottom of the camera if you want. Now I don't, because this only works on this one, so it stays with the camera. It's got a level on it, so when you set it up, you can kind of get it level, make sure it's going the way you want. I kind of like this one. It's also good if you just want to grab it and you have something out so you can do vlogging if you want. So that one works pretty good there. That's one of the other ones I have. And of course, I showed you some of these different tripods when our video last week. If you didn't do it, check that one out. Put a link up there to let you know when that is. Go back and check that one out. You can always never have enough tripods to sit things on. And so I have a couple different sizes. Also, when I'm using my gimbals, if you watched last week, it can extend them out and give you a farther shot away from you. So that's kind of nice about that. Now talk about some of the things that I mount these cameras to for the motorcycle. So a lot of you have seen the number one that I use is this one's mounted to the side. These are all RAM parts. They have a whole bunch of accessories that you can buy, camera holders, phone holders, all kinds of neat things. So here's some of the things that I bought. They all work off of a ball setup that they just slide inside. Gotta make sure it's loose. And you slide it inside, and then it can pivot. So you've got all these different angles that you can set it at up on. So I have one that's mounted up on my handlebars. I have one down on the crash bar. And then we have another one on the crash bar in the back. And then also Tam will have times that she'll take one of those tripods and she'll hold it too. So those are some of the options that we have on the motorcycle. And I will show you in a little bit where those adapters are at on the motorcycle, the brackets that I got, because I'm not taking them off for demo. You can see them, and we're also going to go out on the motorcycle and show you some of the different shots I have. Also have a short one that I use, and I also got a swivel here that will give me more of a movement on it. So just some other adapters. I'm not totally sold on this. When we used this the other day, it gave me a little bit more vibration. I guess there was a little bit too much movement going on, and the camera had a little bit more shaking than I wanted to see. So that's nice. Here's a very inexpensive mount that you could put on something flat. Now this has to be perfectly flat. So I don't use this on the motorcycle, but it's good to say I want to go down a road with my truck and show you where we're camping at or something like that. That's one. Here's a super duper, I just bought it, haven't even used it yet. I just mounted the ball on top of it and I had it stuck to the table. And this thing has got the suction. This ain't gonna fall off of nothing. So this would be very confident to either mount this on the roof of my truck, on the side of my truck, mount a camera to it. Same thing, we can put, this will show you kind of how it all works up. You put this guy on there, and then we take a camera. Hardest thing is make sure you get the little holes lined up, and they snug that up. We open it back up, put it in there. So there we go. We can mount that on the truck, and if it's tight, it ain't going anywhere. So you can mount it on the side, where we could take this and turn it. On the side of the truck, we can mount it like that, so you can see going down the road. If I wanted to mount it on the roof, we could do something as simple as that. So it's kind of neat. Last option is a helmet mount. I've never really been sold on helmet mounts. I actually just put this on this morning. So we're going to try this out. I'm not sold on them. I like things to be stationary and move. I can see the advantage of, you know, I turn a certain way and the camera's going to pick up what I'm looking at. Hopefully my camera's nice and straight. Not as straight as I'd like, but I can always fix anything in editing, which we'll talk about another day. So there's our camera mount that we can put on the on it. But the difference here is I can work it with my phone and turn it on and off if I want to mount my phone up on my bike, or I can just turn it on and just let it run, which is a lot more editing. So there's a couple different options that you have. The part that I always worry about putting a camera like this that's out of sight is if this thing would fall off, I'd have no idea where it ever went to. So, you know, we used alcohol and everything on it, so I'm pretty confident that it will stay where it's supposed to stay. So that kind of wraps up today it shows us our drone today that we have, showed you some of the mounting we have today. We're going to go out now and we're going to show you some of the setup that I have for my motorcycle. And then we're going to go for a ride and you'll get to see all the cameras running. So we're outside, we're going to go ahead and take a look at my camera mounts that I have for the bike. So here's the main one that you see 99% of the time is our front forward facing camera. That one pretty much runs the majority of my time when we're out here riding. So if you're watching our videos, seeing us riding the bike, that's it. Second camera that I use is the one that's down here on the fairing. Lower fairing, that is. Check that one out. That one gets us that shot of us going down the road. You kind of see the front tire off and on, and you see that yellow or white line going down the highway. Our very last camera, which I kind of might move this one around, I don't know. This is kind of for a rear mount. If we're riding, see where we went or where we've been, or if there's other bikes behind us, we can film those. So right now, those are the three cameras. Those are the three cameras that I use for filming on the bike. Besides Tam holding one would be the only exception, and also the helmet mount. So one other thing I wanted to show you is this is the bracket that mounts right to the master cylinder. I have another one that will be mounting on this side, so that way you can get the view of us going and coming. So the ones that I have down here on the front fork, the one I have down here on the crash guard bar is just a U-clamp that they have that mounts up really easy. So anywhere there's a bar, they give you a spacer in there so you can put it on different size bars. If you wanted to mount it to a handlebar or anything that's round, it could go too. So that's a couple of options that you have for mounting them to your bike. We have a Ford truck, so I basically bought a bracket that mounts down. If you're interested in that, I will let you know where I got that from. I did not get that from Amazon. Then I mounted the balls on there. Also had a slide mount. That was kind of the first place that we mounted a camera at, and just was too low. I just didn't care for that, so I didn't use it anymore. So let me show you real quick what it looks like with the cameras mounted. We usually don't use two cameras like you see here. I just got the cages up. I didn't put the cameras in because I'm not going to film anything here today. But if you look, I usually use the one taller one here to the right. I usually use that as the main one for when we're filming going down the road. I don't film a whole lot of stuff when we're driving on the truck. Just figuring it's too boring. The other camera is set up for if we want to try to shoot a shot at both of us as we're driving and talking. We have not done that yet. There'll probably be something in a future video that you probably see. But this is kind of the two setups that I have for inside the truck. Here it is. This rear mount is a pretty good setup. What you see with the rubber here, that's for if you put it on your motorcycle, you could actually wrap this around the corners of your phone just as a backup so it doesn't fly off. But it's pretty sturdy. You can turn it sideways. Much use it now in our truck here to hold my phone. That's really all I use it for. I probably might use it on the motorcycle if I start using the helmet mount so I can make sure my camera is still on top of my helmet. Like I say, that's one of the things that scares me more than anything else is not being able to see where those cameras are at. Or if we mounted a camera up on the roof here with that suction cup, and that's probably something we're going to be trying here real soon. I hope this video works out for some of you and you enjoy this. I like to give out the information if it's something you guys are really interested in. Let me know if you still want to see more parts of this. You know, we're going to talk about my editing system, what we use there, maybe show you different ways that we shoot videos. You know, we grew pretty fast. Within about 7 months, we got 6,000 subscribers and we got monetized in that same time. All that happened while we were in Sturgis. So if you're interested in getting a YouTube channel and you want to know more about how to get 6,000 subscribers, in 7 months, we'll let you know. I have a Facebook page. Also, Tam runs the Instagram page. She posts pictures up there like that. So look down there in the link. Right down there. There's an arrow down there to the right if you're watching on your phone or on your computer. You can find that link. You know, if you're watching off of Facebook, you don't find us that way. You need to get a YouTube account. And if you don't know how to get a YouTube account, first you start off with a Gmail account. Take your current email address. That's what I did. I took my normal email address and I just put Gmail on the end, and that's how I got it started. I've had a Gmail account for quite a while because different things that deal with Google and things like that, you have to have a Gmail account. So I have the Gmail account, and that's what links me to my YouTube channel. So you can go on there. Once you get your Gmail account, you set up an account. It's really easy to do. And you don't have to be a vlogger. You don't have to put videos out. You just be a watcher. So, you know, if you're somebody like that, that you don't have a YouTube channel, it's very, very easy to get you an account with YouTube. Doesn't cost you anything. It's all free. I mean, there's a lot of really neat stuff here on YouTube to find out. So we're going to go ahead and leave you right now because I'm rambling again. we're going to leave you right now. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You know, that's really important to get subscribers. We're finally starting to grow again. I've gained about another, I think we got about 60 or 70 now here in the last week or so. We do appreciate that. You guys subscribing to our channel. Also give us a big thumbs up. By giving that thumbs up lets us know that we're doing a good job and you're really happy with doing our videos. And the last thing, hit that bell for notification. There's a bell over there. Ding, ding, ding. You hear that bell? You need to hit that on your, down at the bottom. So if you're looking at, you know, I had somebody the other day say, hey, I was trying to hit that screen, that bell that I put on the screen that comes across here. That's not the same bell. So what you got to do is if you're in your YouTube account, you would go down there and there's a place that says subscribe. Right next to that is the bell that you hit, and right next to that's the link. And then go down just a little bit more and you'll see your comment page where you can put comments down. Let us know what you're thinking, what you thought about it, what you liked, what you didn't like. You know, we're trying to make an entertainment channel here for you guys to enjoy. And also check out those Amazon links down there that we've got down there. Just started setting up. So if you see something there that you'd like to buy that's in this video, check it out down there. You know, we get a few pennies from that. It's just another way that we can help expand and cover some of the expenses that we have. You know, going down to Florida next year, it's actually going to cost us more to go to Florida and stay than what it's going to cost me to stay at the Buffalo Chip. Now, isn't that crazy? So let us know if you can help us out. That'd be great. We got some other things coming up soon that we'll be letting you know about. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and leave you right now, and we'll see you on the next video, which will be coming up on Friday. See ya.